Today's topic is: would you buy a girl a drink at a bar?
Have you ever done that before?
Have I ever? No, actually, I've never bought a girl a drink at the bar.
No.
Nah, I'm not opposed to doing it.
You're not opposed to.
Nah, I don't see a problem with it. I don't think it's a bad thing to buy a girl a drink at a bar. Some people do it in terms of opening up a conversation
True.
to get it going.
True.
Some people, frankly, I've met people like this who are just actually just generous and like actually just would just buy people drinks at the bar. Just that's just how they are. So I could look at it as an act of generous, as an act of being generous.
I actually had that happen to me before.
Facts, and it's happened to me as well. So yeah, I wouldn't mind buying a girl a drink at the bar. I don't think it's too bad. Would you buy a girl a drink at the bar?
No.
You wouldn't.
Nah, I wouldn't.
Explain
I've never done it
why.
before. I've never done it before.
And you have no plans on doing it.
No plans on doing it in the future. No. And it's kind of cool because I remember saying shit like this on like past podcasts.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I wouldn't buy a girl a drink. My thought process hasn't changed that much. I've actually had my eyes opened up to it a little bit more now.
Okay.
So I went to Italy, and while I was in Italy, I would hang out with, I don't know, like 8 upwards to 10 ladies a night. These are all my friends. I wasn't like dating none of them. It was just girls I would hang out with. Now, after hanging out with these girls, observing them, just hanging around them, I would see they would always get drinks from guys. And a couple of times, I'd go hang out at the bar. I'd go get a table. I'd be sitting down. They'd get up, walk over to a couple guys, chat them up for a couple minutes, call it like 5-10 minutes. The guys would buy them drinks. They'd leave the guys and just come and sit with me. And I'm like, yo, what was the point of that little exchange? They were like, we just wanted drinks from them.
Damn.
We just used them for drinks. So when I realized that, I'm like, damn, I don't even know if it's worth it to be doing
To
it.
actually buy it.
Exactly.
Drink.
I even had one of the girls tell me herself, she's like, yeah, if you're smart, you won't buy girls drinks because like we're just using you. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna take it from the horse's mouth, man. Listen, if the ladies themselves that I was hanging out with were like, yo, we're gonna be real with you because we're cool with you. Don't tell the other guys this though, but we'll be cool with you. Don't buy them drinks because like we're just using you. Now, if it's my girlfriend, cool.
Obviously, it's a little.
Yeah, I'll buy my shorty drinks. I ain't gonna buy no regular woman that I just met. And when I was on the trip, like I had girls try to get me buy them drinks. And each time I was like, I'm sorry, baby, I don't got no money.
Well, I think it's also a little different when a girl is asking whether you chose to do it out your heart.
That is true.
So, like, if you're just talking to a girl and then you're like, oh, wait, do you want a drink? Let me buy you one.
But you'd be surprised the amount of
to-
girl that be like, you should buy me a drink. They'll say it that way.
Well, then at that point where it's like, that point, 9 out of 10, if she's asking for me to buy a drink, I probably won't buy
Well,
a
she
drink.
ain't really. She's just suggesting in a way. That's kind of what they do. It's like a friendly little push.
That's asking.
She's not asking. She's not saying, can you buy me a drink? She's saying, you should buy me a drink.
Okay. But like,
It's a suggestion.
I still view it
It's a
as,
suggestion.
I still view it as asking. It's like insinuation. You're insinuating something. You're still trying to. Yeah, you should buy me a drink. I kind of view it as you're still putting yourself to kind of ask me to still do it because that's what you would like me to do.
I understand.
So you're not gonna say the words.
But it's kind of like
Can
you should
you
go to
buy
the
me
gym,
a
or
drink?
do you want to go to the gym, or can you go to the gym?
But also,
I think you should go to the gym.
Why?
Can you go to the gym?
But then also, I feel like in terms of that, and I'm not sure if many men have done this before, but I feel like
Oh, ask why?
yeah, because they can think about like
they
this.
just do it.
Because think about it like this: if you tell me, Tyler, you should go to the gym, and I say why, you can give me a well, it's good for your health. It might help your mental health. You can get stronger. You can build muscle.
True.
You can give me
Reasons.
You should buy me a drink. Why?
You get to hang out with me.
So if I'm hanging out with you right now,
But you should buy me a drink and we can hang out some more.
but I'm hanging out with you right now. So
But
you
we can
going
hang out more.
are you gonna leave if I don't buy you a drink?
Well, a lot of them end up doing that.
And if she say yes, I'll be like, God bless.
Toodles.
Fuck on my face.
But that's why I don't do it, because I've seen too many of my girl acquaintances at this point. Because I
But
can't call them
is it
girlfriends.
for a dude? Don't you think that's a little of a? And I guess guys don't fully think about this, and I also have to take into account that we're at a bar and everyone's drinking.
Mm-hmm.
But like, just as a guy, don't you think that's a red flag? Is like, or you should think something's a little off.
Nah,
Because if a girl,
it's what men did. This is what.
oh yeah, of course that's what men do,
normalized
but
to buy a girl a drink
without a
to
doubt,
get their attention.
and I understand that, but I still think as guys, you should still kind of be like, she come up to me, talk to me for less than 5 minutes, and say you should buy me a drink. What makes you? Don't you kind of think a little bit? At least how my mind works is, okay, she might be using me to get this drink. Compared to,
I see your perspective, and I don't disagree with that because that's kind of how I think about it. I think on the large mass scale, though, because it was normalized to you buy a girl a drink at the bar to try to get to know her, and usually I have a conversation.
And I could.
That's why.
And I could be wrong, but I feel like back in the day, a lot of times the men would initiate it.
Yeah.
But now I feel like we're at a point where the
women are asking.
You should buy me a drink. Compared to back in the day, the dude would be like,
"Yeah, do you want a drink?"
Exactly.
Yeah.
You would talk for a little bit, and then you'd be like, "Oh."
They're like, "What are you having?"
Let me exactly.
What are you drinking today?
I'll buy her a drink.
Yeah, I got the first round.
That's a little different.
Mm-hmm. It's different when you offer.
It is.
If I offer,
that's what I'm saying.
I got no problem. Kind of like there was a scenario where me and another girl were kind of going through in Italy, and this is kind of like when I ate pretzels. I don't eat pretzels no more, but back when I did, Shawty was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to come over and like have some with you," and I'm like, "Nah, I'm not with it." When I invited her out, it was fine, cool,
because it was your idea.
Because I brought it up. Exactly. The minute Shawty asked me, I'm like, no.
Because now it makes it seem like Shawty using
using me for that specific thing.
Compared to you actually liking this conversation or like chilling with me. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
So that's why I don't think it's bad, but I just think how you go about it. Now, if a girl came up to me and said, you should buy me a drink, I'm not buying her a drink. But if I'm talking to a girl and I feel like, oh, okay, cool, then I would offer to buy her a drink. I don't even drink, but like,
yeah, facts. I would
offer to. I would offer to buy her.
Listen,
I would offer to buy her a drink.
I see women as strong and independent, and they don't need no man. So you're an equal partner.
Oh, of course.
You're a 50-50 human being. You're treated just like everybody else.
But it could just be you
just buy your own drink. Now, if I'm on a date with you, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll pick up the tab. If I just met you at the bar, though, you're buying your own drink. That's just me.
Okay.
That's it.
Fair enough.
You know?
Fair enough.
You're a strong woman. You'll figure it out. And don't get me wrong. When I remember one time I was there. This girl was, I guess, pretending to be, like, my girlfriend. And I was like, fuck it, I'll pretend to be your boyfriend for the night. And she asked me to get her a drink. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying you a drink. She's like, you're a bad boyfriend. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And my friend ended up buying her a drink. He bought both of us drinks, actually. He bought me one, then her. I'm like, all right, well, at least you got your drink, right? And she was like, yes. And she went happy, and she went back to dancing with her friends, whatever it was. But I'm like, nigga, I know what it is. After speaking to, like, my girlfriends at the time, like, I know what it is. It's not, you're not doing that because you are interested. You're trying to get something out of me. The amount of times I've gotten free drinks because of those girls, bro. There was one night I didn't buy a damn thing and I still got drunk. Because they were just getting free drinks.
But I think also a lot of that comes down to is just the fact that they just go up to niggas and ask and then the niggas buy.
A lot of times that does happen. Yeah, they ask. But even more times, they don't. It's just because the guys want to keep them around. You know? And I think this will never stop, but a lot of men leave with their money.
All the time.
By me showing that I can buy drinks, by me showing that I can dish it out, you know, there's a good chance I might get some. When, for a lot of the girls, you make yourself look like a fool because it's just like, well, I'm going to keep using this man because
without a doubt.
You're going to keep giving it to me, you know?
I still think, though, I still also how I look at it and why I don't mind it. I do look at it as just like a form of giving. It's just a form of generosity. It's like, all right.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I just don't like being used.
Well, if you look,
like I said, if I offered it, I'd be more okay with it. But
yeah, of course,
it's not something I would. I think
same with me. If it's offered, I would have to offer it for me to be okay with it. But you don't want to be used. You only get that feeling if you truly feel like you're being used. But if you give to someone without expecting anything in return, then you can't be used because you didn't expect nothing in return. That's like if you give me $100, if you give me money, 9 out of 10 you won't feel used or like I'm using you. Why? Because you gave that to me out the kindness in your heart, and on top of that, you ain't expecting nothing out of it.
True.
I think especially in the term we're using in terms of a drink, Men feel used. Why? Because they expect shorty to stay around, or they expect at the
I
end of the
expect at
night,
least a conversation.
yeah, or at the end of the night, you gonna come home with me. But you're expecting something. So because you're expecting something, you feel used. Compared to you just being like, yeah, here's a drink, and accepting whatever comes with it. Now she might stay around. You're like, oh, okay, cool, present surprise. Or she might just walk away, and you're like, all right, well, I did one nice thing. I gave someone a drink. But I am with you in terms of like when a female was like, yeah, you should buy me a drink. I'll be like, nah.
Listen, man, I
I'd be like, yeah, give me the money.
hey, what you want? All right, yeah, well, how much?
Facts. You got change, exact change.
Yeah.
You want your change back? How you want to do this?
Yeah, listen, I heed the advice of those that give it to me, and the girls themselves are like, yeah, if you're smart, you ain't gonna do that, bro. So I'm gonna take the advice from my female counterparts
Fair enough.
and my friends from the past. The same ladies who got drinks for me got drinks for themselves. They were like, yo, listen, man. Majority of these girls out here doing it. You can do it if you want to, but the majority of the girls out here doing it, they're doing it just because they trying to use you.
That is
If
fair.
you're smart,
That is fair.
don't buy us no drinks. And they told me that shit, and I'm like, cool. I really don't be drinking like that in the first place.
I think that
So
also helps.
it helps me because I don't gotta spend no money at the bar.
Facts.
You know, it is what it is. And ever since then, well, I never did it before, but I have no plans on doing it now.
Yeah. Fair
Even less so.
Fair enough. Fair enough.